All right, we're back here at Cooper Creek Square chatting with Ryan, owner of Mad Adventures. You said you raft the Clear Creek and the Colorado, so how come you don't run the Fraser?
Fraser's not a commercially runnable river.
Oh, okay.
You know, flows there are
A lot of private property, or what does that mean?
there's a lot of private property through there. Also, water is highly variable on there just because of the Denver water rights associated with the river.
Not as controlled like Colorado, where there's nice even flow.
Exactly. You know, the Fraser typically runs, if it runs at all during a year, maybe for just a week or two.
It was gushing earlier this year, and so it was like, oh. You know,
in a good water year, the Fraser.
So you'll see private guys, you can go down on your own, but not.
Absolutely.
Okay. So let's talk about this. I hear about a play wave or something like that over in the Colorado River.
Yeah, you know, it's really exciting. It's brand new this year.
What is this, like a bike park in the water kind of thing? Or?
You can think of it that way, but basically it's a man-made wave down at what's called Pump House, which is the main put-in for the river. So it's a man-made wave, basically for kayakers to play in, for rafts, you know, a little rapid to play in. And really the important thing with the wave, which everybody in Grand County is so excited about, is you know, it really helps ensure our water viability for the future in the river and just the benefits to the ecosystem, everything.
So
because
what do you mean they built a wave? Did they throw some rocks in there and like pile them up to send it?
Yeah, basically they go in the winter with a bunch of heavy machinery, and they put a bunch of rocks and concrete blocks in there, you know, with engineering behind it, obviously. But the intent is to.
So it's not just a bunch of cars from the dump they throw in there or nothing like that. Okay.
Exactly. So they basically create a
and who's they? Wave. Like who's paying for all this? Is this
from Grand County?
Taxpayers,
Grand County really stepped up on this one. They really did. You know, and Grand County saw the benefit not only to the river and the ecosystem, but to the local economy and water in general and everything that comes along with it. And they really did a tremendous job.
Okay, so we're talking gear. What are we doing with gear going on the river? I mean, do I need to bring my own life vest? What are we bringing when we come to
Absolutely. You know, anytime you step onto a raft and you get on that river, we always want to make sure you're river ready. You know, clothing's important, safety equipment's important.
Swim trunks? You know, what am I wearing?
Yeah, you know, it depends.
That water's
depends
snow
what
melt,
river you're on.
Yeah, okay.
Clear Creek is a very cold river. You know, wetsuits tend to be pretty appropriate there, but synthetic clothing's really the key. You want something that's quick drying. You want to avoid
cotton kills, you know.
Cotton gets cold, stays cold, keeps you wet. So you want to avoid cotton, denims, those types of materials, but anything synthetic, bathing suit type material, Under Armour, that type of stuff is perfect for the river. Really important footwear that'll stay on your feet that you don't mind getting wet. No flip-flops, Crocs, that kind of stuff.
Sure. Do I bring my camera with? My iPhone 6?
Don't bring anything on the river you're not willing to lose. Okay. That's probably the best way to say that. So, no.
Yeah. How about cowboy boots? They stay on your feet.
They can, but they will fill up with water real quick.
They won't puncture the boat? You got spurs on them, I guess they might.
Generally not. Spurs are a whole other ballgame.
So we're talking about clothing to wear, what you show up in. But you guys provide a lot of stuff. Do you have wetsuits?
Yep, we provide all the safety
equipment. So I don't need to go get my own wetsuit? Okay.
No,
life preserver?
We'll take care of all that. PFD, personal flotation device, helmets, paddles, basically all that essential required gear we're going to take care of. Temps?
What's a temp? Turner, what's a temp? Oh, the temperature is pretty cold, so that's why we're wearing it. We already talked about that. The water's pretty cold. It's snow melt. So,
yeah.
Well, air temp.
Sure.
What am I going to expect?
Well, it's Colorado, so if you go out there and it's blazing 80, beautiful day, the storm cloud could wash right over it. It's 60 degrees and you're chatter-toothed. You know, so a lot of people probably show up without their wetsuit thinking, no, I'm all good. I'm going to get some rays today. And boy, that can change quick.
Exactly. You know, those wetsuits are really most appropriate on Clear Creek. Maybe early season on the Upper Colorado, but once we kind of get to the warmer parts of the summer months, you know, board shorts, bathing suit type materials, very appropriate for the trip.
And everyone wears a helmet, right?
Everybody wears one on Clear Creek. Some trips on the Upper Colorado, but for the most part, they're not required on the Upper Colorado, but they are available.
Okay. What kind of rapids are we talking about here? I mean, I know there's some gurus out there that want to know what class you're running.
Sure. No. So basically, rivers are measured on a scale of 1 to 6.
Okay.
1 being moving water, 6
being
Niagara
Falls, or what?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It means it's unrunnable.
I gotcha.
Unnavigable waterway. So 5 technically is the highest that you can navigate.
The rafting limit. Okay.
That being said, commercially we're only going to go up to 4, and that's going to be on Clear Creek.
Did you do the lower portion of Clear Creek for a while, weren't you?
Yeah, you know, when water starts to come down, we move to what we call the lower canyon, which is a more channelized section of the river. So kind of depending on how water changes, we can change, you know, where we're running to kind of move along with the water.
Well, I mean, the Class 4 is no messing around either. So if you're going to go out there, there's guys that like to just get a tube from Walmart, but can't recommend enough to jump on a commercial trip and take these guys. I mean, Mad Adventures has been a staple for how many years, we say? 30?
Almost 30 now.
30 years almost.
Yep.
And, can't say enough about you guys. You're great. MadAdventures.com. Thanks, Ryan, so much for being on the show.
Appreciate it.
I hope to have you back sometime. And once again, this is Ryan Barwick with Mad Adventures.